Right, everyone, I was going to wait until this position fully played out, but I wanted to get this video uploaded tonight. So I entered a short around this area because of this reaction we got, and it's playing out nicely. I go through opening this position and why I opened it in this area later on in the video, so make sure you stay tuned and watch the end. Right then, hello everyone. So I just thought I'd turn this on quickly as we're getting quite an interesting price action on Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'm not actually in a short at the moment, but I am interested if we do come back up and test this golden pocket, and maybe if we come back up and test sort of the point of control or the 382. But I'm going to go over kind of what I'm thinking, and I thought I'd just load this up quickly while I've got this open, while this price action is happening, should I say. But on another note, I hope the first video, if you've not watched it, go and watch it. Go leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all of the good stuff. And I know there's a few problems with the first video; it's a bit dark and etc. like that. But I'm going to go into the editing software on this video and make sure that the brightness is turned up and that you can make sure you can see everything and everything's as good as it can be. So let's go back to the charts now. So as we can see, we are getting a bit of reaction from this golden pocket area. I was thinking to open a short pretty much here. I wanted to confirm the reaction. So we're getting a big dump down here. I'd like to see some sort of pushback or retest the back, if not even better, of the golden pocket so I can enter a short a little bit higher. I am still holding my longs that we opened the other day. That I've taken significant profit from basically all the areas that had resistance. I've taken profit from, and then I think I opened some more around here. But anyway, the positions are extremely small right now. I'm going to hold them if this goes down, not like that. If this goes down and they close at entry, then that's fine. I'll open them lower, but I'm not too interested in this zone here at the moment. I kind of want the retest to come up before I open any shorts, because got to be careful. It might just come down because it dumps down. Everyone panics, FOMO. They open the short here, and then all it is grabbing liquidity in this zone, and we see some kind of push up. I don't normally trade like that, but it's something to be aware of when these big dumps are happening. Be FOMO into them. You want to make sure you've got an exact plan, and you want to make them before the actual the move happens. So what could really have been the best idea if I was watching the chart and I saw this move kind of in this zone here, I could be like, okay, so we might bounce from here. We'll look at a few other indicators, see how the market's looking on the other ones, and then okay, I'm seeing this. I'll put a tight stop loss, maybe 0.2, 0.5%. I'd need to have a little look at the chart properly to get that, and then I'd run this either as a scalp to this sort of zone, or to the or we could hold it as a long position if we think the market is bearish. We can kind of look at how we're feeling about the market in a few ways. So if we step away from the technical analysis on the chart, we can have a look at the liquidation heat map, which I believe needs a good refresh. Yeah, so we can see there's a lot of liquidations at 97.8. Oh, I've just got a notification on my phone that it's US Open, but I know that it may be whatever it's called in Thanksgiving in America. So I know that they aren't open as their normal times, but I believe they have opened now, and we may see some sort of price action from that. I'm not sure if they are open or they aren't open, but I know this is the time they would normally open. And we normally see some sort of price action and a reverse. Actually, if we do see this come up to the golden pocket zone here, I may enter into a short position, as this normally makes a price action and then reverses quite soon afterwards. Same with Ethereum. I'll go over kind of what I'm thinking with the Ethereum chart maybe a little bit later in the video. I want to see if we come up to this this golden pocket zone here, because I'll be definitely interested into shorting that position. I'm gonna spend a bit of time watching this, I think, because I don't want to be explaining something on the liquidation heat map and then miss some sort of price action if we do come up to this zone or we do dump. If we dump now, I'm just going to look at entering shorts down below, or if we do pump up, then I'll look at opening shorts. So let's say enter longs down here, or whatever zone that I kind of see. I can maybe record a bit of that, but maybe not for this video. I'm not sure. We'll find out. You'll find out before I do. Or it should be the other way around. I don't know. I'm waffling. I'm just kind of thinking of what would be the best thing for a position right here. This candle body is sat exactly on this daily view app. I really want to see if there's a position that we can get into here on a video. Right, let me leave that and I will explain a little bit about this. So I'll go into a video just solely on liquidation heat maps, but for the moment I'm just going to gauge it a little bit on what we're kind of thinking on the market. So we do seem to have liquidations above and below, and normally I trade with the market makers kind of head on, thinking they want to wreck as much people as possible. So we will get up to these zones without a shadow of a doubt, but how low are we going to go before we do that? 93.2. Where's that on the chart? Does it line up with any sort of stuff? Not really at the moment, from what I can see. But again, go away. We could need probably a bit more analysis. Well, this looks like we're coming up to the golden pocket. I'd definitely be interested in a short position if we come up to here. I may do a little bit of a short. I'd be looking at something like, say if we come up to this zone, because it's daily open at this zone 2, I'd be looking at maybe we'll risk 0.55, and then we'll get the position open, and then we'll try and see something. I'm going to get this position open, and then I'll be back and I'll let you know how it's going, and we can look at analysing the chart a little bit more. We may just dump from this zone and we may not even reach this, or we may pump back up past it, but I'll be open and show you how this position goes. Okay, see you soon. Right then, hi everyone. So we have just opened this position here. I'm kind of expecting a sort of pullback to the value area low, but I will be taking profits, probably at the weekly view app. But in all fairness, it looks like we're pumping, so maybe I close this, it gets stopped out. But we'll I'll keep you updated on how it goes. It's just been opened at the moment. Ethereum also looks like we're pushing back up. I may look at opening a short on Ethereum, but I'd need to do a bit more analysis on that. Maybe if we could push up a little bit to this sort of zone. Interested in a short, but I'm focusing my attention on Bitcoin at the moment to see how we react to this zone and see if we can get some profit off this position. So I forget, looks like we're getting a decent reaction here. Just before I forget, we'll look at the liquidation. So what I was going over before is we do have liquidations above, we have liquidations below, but as I kind of trade thinking like a market maker, that they want to wreck everyone as much as possible, and I think it's unlikely that we go back up and just test the top that we've already done, or even not even that, like 98. I think if we go out even further, I believe that there's a lot of liquidations at 100. So I think it's unlikely that we'll go. Oh, there's a lot of liquidations at 100. So I think in the short term, we're going to go down, get all these liquidations here. As you can see, there's quite a lot. and more. There's more there than there was a second ago, because I think everyone's long in this pump that we're just having here. So I think it's definitely likely that we come down to this zone at least to 93.2, because a little tip that I didn't actually find, I got told by someone in a Discord, one of the Discord channels that I'm in, is that he does a lot of his TPs if they line up with a fib from the end of liquidation. They normally, if they come down for a liquidation event here, then normally they wick down to the first area that has 0 liquidation here. And I've tested it a few times. It does seem to work, but I'll go over that in more detail, as well as a few other tips that you can do on the liquidation chart. To do with on a specific video, I'll go over that sort of stuff. So it looks like we're getting the kind of reaction that we expected. I did very limited analysis on this position, but I'm not risking it much. I'm not in a massive position, so I may do a little bit more analysis off screen, because I will probably I will probably record some videos that are specifically about kind of analysing the chart, rather than this sort of content, which is just talking about price action. So I'd like to see this sort of price action. Maybe we see this retest come down to sort of the 93 area, but I don't really have much. I don't have resistance there, and you can't solely trade off of the leverage. So I think the likely option is value area low. Or if we break some of these areas, we could be looking at these areas down here. This is the daily, and you have to be aware that when we pushed up, and I think this is the all-time high, or it can't be the all-time high because it's the daily daily resistance, but we crossed this just and then dumped, and this is the big dump that we had that got everyone scared, and this is what we're at now. So it wouldn't surprise me if we did break this low, got the liquidity from this area, and then push down to this daily, and then do a little bounce off here, or even the previous week low at 89.4, 89.9, or just 90. These are the areas that I will be paying attention to if we do break this. But what I'm going to do is I'm still holding my longs. If they're at entry, I'm taking a lot of profit from them. So if they stop out, that's fine. But if we reverse and push up, and this stops out, then I've still got making profits from the longs. Or if they go down, then I'm making a lot of profit from this, because this is reasonably sized. It's not tiny, but it's not massive, but it is bigger than the longs that I've got open. But I do have longs on both Ethereum as well. Ethereum is looking good, but I'm not interested at long in it, short in it at this level. I'd want to see it bounce on some sort of resistance, really. There may be resistance at this zone, but I've not really done too much technical analysis on that. Anyway, you can see it looking not quite nice at the moment. What I'll do is I'll leave this running, and I'll give you an update. I'll give you an update kind of, well, it'll probably be an hour or two for me, but it'll be at the end of in a few seconds for you. Anyway, so see you there. Thank you for watching. Right, just quickly, it's not actually been that long. It's probably been about probably about 5 minutes actually. So I've just playing around with the chart. As you can see, it's a little bit messy at the moment, doing a bit more TA, and I drew this fib, okay, from the bottom here, from this low here to this high. And what was very interesting about it is this golden pocket that that I love. Pocket, okay. What's interesting is the level 93.3, okay, 93. But this sort of area here, okay, because if you remember what I mentioned a couple minutes ago, well, a couple seconds ago for you, a couple minutes ago for me, is that this is exactly, pretty much to the dollar accuracy, where this liquidation ends here, where this liquidation 0. Just below this massive thing here. So that kind of gives me quite a bit of confidence that we are going to come down to this zone here. So we kind of might do some sort of bouncing between these two golden pockets we've got. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I may, if we come up to this, we may see a little bit of like messing around in this zone rather than a big dump. And if we do, then I would be interested in entering and the larger into this position. But there's also something to be wary about when opening a position, is what I mentioned earlier, to be honest, I think I did anyway, is that it's very bad to short into a VWAP or long into a VWAP, which is pretty much not far off what I've done. But I'll let you know how it goes, good or bad. So yeah, cool.